Hello, welcome back to another Rams Writer vlogcast from me, your host Simon, also known as the Rams Writer. First of all, thank you very much, everyone that watched my last video on Chris Martin. I didn't expect to get anywhere near as many views as I did, so thank you so much for that. Really appreciate it. It's because of you guys that I've decided, let's carry on doing the vlog. The podcast's going well, but I seem to be doing just as well on the vlogcast as well. So that's very nice. Thank you very much for that. So, what are we going to talk about today? So, obviously, international break. So, not a lot of Derby related stuff cracking off. Apart from Jack Marriott's birthday today, which is, what are we? The 9th of September. Happy birthday, Jack Marriott. Best wishes and all that. Maloney. All that crap that we always say. Thank you very much. Have a good birthday. Hope you had a very good day. 25 today. So that's that done with. So today is really about just the sort of negativity that's been going on during the international break. Like, for instance, I've got stuff saved on my phone, so I will just get my phone. So, international break, you think, right, let's have a bit of a rest from Derby, but no, the media, and it's our local media really. Just a couple of the sort of headlines. Christian Bielik hopes the Premier League club will buy him if Derby can't achieve promotion in the next 2 or 3 years. Okay. The 9 players Derby fans want to be sold when the transfer window opens. Okay. Derby fans told to be patient under Philip Cocu. Okay. And obviously, the main story really that's happened this week is the AFL has ordered an independent valuation of Pride Park amid accusations that Derby exploited a loophole in the rules to buy their own stadium for financial reasons. So, it's been a bit crap, but it's not been nice at all during the international break. That was the first story about the ground. So, obviously, the end of the financial year for football, etc. last season, when the accounts came out, Derby were £14 million in profit, there or thereabouts anyway. A large part of that was due to selling their ground for £80 million to basically, Mel Morris sold it to one of his other companies. So Mel Morris, who owned the ground because he obviously owns Derby County, sold it to another company that he also owns for £80 million. So this obviously raised a lot of eyebrows. Oh, hang about it. £80 million. Where's he got that valuation from? A lot of people say it's worth about 40 million at max. Well, I'm not a property valuator. I wouldn't have a clue how much Pride Park is worth. But surely Mel would have gone out and got his property, got it valued properly, because otherwise he's breaking rules. Not just in football, like FFP rules, but like legal rules, etc. You can't buy an asset for something that's 3-4 times the amount of its value. So that obviously struck, and it was a bit like, just it's been done. Fair enough. It's probably a loophole that is found that you can sell your stadium to yourself, because I think Sheffield Wednesday and Reading, I believe, have also been under investigation for the same thing. At the end of the day, clubs have got to show that they are financially stable, and also, I think it's sustainability or something like that. So it just goes to show that they can be run. Otherwise, you get things that happen to what happened at Bolton and what happened at Bury. Bolton almost got kicked out of the league. Bury did, unfortunately, get kicked out of the league. So for me, if Mel sold a company to himself, or sold a stadium to himself, is he breaking the rules? Because it puts us in profit. As long as he can afford to spend 80 million on his own asset, surely it's not breaking any rules. If you, like I say, if he can afford it, It shouldn't. Maybe it probably isn't the fairest thing to do, but at the end of the day, I think Mel over the past few seasons has been, what's the word I'm looking for? Sort of scuppered by Sam Rush, for example. buying players for more than that they're worth, and then obviously not getting anything back. Like the likes of Bradley Johnson, like the likes of Butterfield. We bought them 5, 6, 7 million each or whatever. I think something like 3, 4 million for Butterfield, 5, 6 for Bradley Johnson. I can't remember now. And we were never going to get a return on that because of how old they were. What, they're 25, 26. So you're buying them in the prime, putting them on long contracts. By the time they come to the end of the contracts, they're worthless to you. No one's going to want to buy them. And they didn't. So, at the end of the day, they got essentially sold on a free. So it didn't help anyone at all. So that was obviously the main thing. And then it was just, I didn't think anything of the negativity. But I think one thing I saw that caught my eye was the Rams fans need to be patient. And it was a comment I saw someone put on that headline. I think I saw it on Facebook. DCFC for real fans. And I'm not calling you out. I'm just your comment made me think, and yeah, I get your comment. It's a pretty good point. So it was Shane Davis Wilson who actually commented that it's a patient. Why couldn't he just hit the ground running like I'd expected? I get that. Of course, we get that. Why couldn't he hit the ground running? Derby never hit the ground running. Even under Frank Lampard, we didn't hit the ground running. A bit of patience was needed, and he was given, a lot of patience by Derby County fans, the media. Why is Koku not? This, by the way, was, if you've not heard, there is an interview on dcfc.co.uk. But this is from Ian Holloway. You know how much he loves Derby County. But he basically, I think he was doing it. I don't know who he was doing it for. What I think he was just travelling around the grounds, etc., training grounds, and he was at Moor Farm. And he was basically saying that Derby fans need to be patient with Koku, with what he's trying to implement. He hasn't got the funds or anything like that previous managers had. And he's trying to adapt his way, which is obviously a European way. We've all wanted European players, a European manager, etc. We all cry out for that. We've got that now. We've got manager-wise anyway. As yet, we've not really got any European players apart from Jozef and Roos, both Dutch, who obviously have been here for a while. I think that's it. So, what Koku hasn't got is obviously the experience of the Championship. He's obviously got experience of winning trophies. He's done that, both in playing career and as a coach, a manager at PSV. Obviously that's where he won his last 3 trophies. So, why can't we give him patience? We gave it to Frank Lampard. It's not the worst start, winning 2 draws? It's not the worst start. I think, like I said before, losing against Forest in the Cup and putting like a youth / fringe player squad out it hit a lot of Derby County fans hard. And then losing against Brentford, we thought, right, okay, well, we'll let him off a bit if we perform against Brentford and get the win. But we didn't. We got battered 3-0 twice in a week. It's not good enough. We know that. We as fans know it's not good enough. I'm sure the players know it's not good enough, and Koku definitely knows it's not good enough. But we've got to be patient. I've said it before. I've written an article about it. I've said it on previous podcasts. Patience is the key this season. We might not be up there challenging for promotion. Of course, we want to be. I'm sure Koku wants to be. But with the players we've got, can we challenge? We're missing our 3 best players really from last season. Wilson, or I'm saying the best, but most important players, I think we could all agree on, in Mount, Wilson and Tomori. And they're all now playing first team football in the Premiership. So that's how good they were. It's not often you see a lone player go from a Championship club and then be starting regularly in the Premier League the season after. It doesn't, especially youngsters like Wilson and Tomori, and Mount. Mount played for England the other night. So it's very rare you get that. It just shows how lucky we were to have them last season. And I think had we perhaps found a bit of form earlier on in the season, because we didn't, it was up and down. It wasn't very consistent earlier on in the season. Had Mount not got injured, I think that was a massive point again, then I think we probably would have gone up. So it just, like I say, it just goes to show that that's how important the guys were. But also, again, Koku's not had the pre-season he probably would have wanted. He probably didn't, obviously it took so long for Lampard to bugger off that Koku had to then, he didn't have the time he needed and wanted. Why? I'm sure if he picked to pre-season tour, he wouldn't have picked to go to America. Yes, you can say he did have a full pre-season because he only missed a couple of days. Yeah, he did. But I still think there would have been a lot more he would have liked to have seen and worked on, etc. And obviously before that, no one wants to, a manager's literally come in, hi guys, let's crack on. He's not got a chance to get to see tapes and things like that of last season. He didn't get the opportunity. So we're starting pretty much from scratch. And it's like, and he's trying to put, bring our youth players through. At the end of the day, that's what Mel Morris wanted. So, yeah, I get your point, Shane. Great, everyone would love to hit the ground running. We all want that, especially how we finished last season. I think we all expected us to come flying out of the traps this season and be going, like Leeds are, But let's remember, Leeds have still got the same manager, pretty much the same players, apart from a couple. So it's tough. It's tough to do that when you're chopping and changing managers. That's why Derby probably never started well, because we're always chopping and changing managers. I think it's not good for anyone. Last time we did it, it was when McLaren was in charge. We lost in the playoff final, but we kept McLaren, and we started off well. I think there was like 5-0 wins 5-1 wins over Fulham. I think we stuck, was it 5 past Wolves as well. So, and that was after, I think it was a shaky 1-0 start against Rotherham. But I get your point. But it weren't the best start. According to the stats, it wasn't our greatest start. But like I said in my previous podcast, really, September is I think is when we have to kickstart our season. So, like I said, that was obviously the first point. But then when when the Telegraph are bringing out, Bielik hopes a Premier League club will buy him if Derby can't achieve promotion. No, that's not what he said. That's your headline. That's your clickbait. That's come and read me. And not many people, not obviously people do read, but some people just see that and go, I'm not reading that. Balls to. If you don't want to be a bugger off, mate. It's only for it. It wasn't that. What it actually is he hopes to be playing Premier League football with Derby County in 2 to 3 years. That's what he would like. And if not, like I say, he's on a 5-year deal. So, and I get that because 21 now, so 2 or 3 years, you're looking at what, 23, 24, 25. So when he's in the prime of his career, he would like to play in the Premier League. What's wrong with ambition? There's nothing wrong with ambition. But the way the Telegraph have put it, again, it's being negative. Hoping a Premier League club will buy him. No. That's why when a team is, a fan base is already a bit annoyed and peeved, and feeling like the season's going to be a write-off. Why write something like that? I'm not. We weren't obviously the original writers of it. No, obviously I think there was a interview we did in Poland, and the press there wrote it. But obviously we paraphrased it, etc. When I say we, I mean the Derby Even Telegraph, whatever you call it nowadays. There's no need for it. that headline there speaks. It just says, well, it's just basically turning people on him, and it has done. Reading the comments and stuff like that on it when I saw it, it's like, what have you done? Why print shit like that just to get some just get some views? There's no need for it at all. It's bang out of order. At the end of the day, we've signed Bielik on a 5-year deal from a Premier League club. Yeah, of course he's going to want to play Premier League football. What player doesn't want to advance their career and play Premier League football? That's where everyone wants to go, or Spain, or Italy. Well, I mean, not Italy nowadays, but definitely Spain. Everyone wants to play in top tier football. But it's a ridiculous comment, a ridiculous statement from the Telegraph, just for a few clicks. That's why I always seem to read articles now whenever there's something controversial, because the truth is, he did say that, but he actually said that he wants to get promotion with Derby County. Not that he's not, because at the end of the day, no Premier League club is going to come to him if he's playing shite. If he doesn't look like a good player or he's not performing, why would a Premier League club be interested in him? They wouldn't. So he's got to prove himself. Again, negativity. No need for it. And then this one. The 9 players Derby fans want to be sold when the transfer window open. 9 players the Derby County fans want to be sold. So now, again, we're on negativity again. I know there's not a great deal to write because it's international break, but Christ almighty. Are you for real? Let's just write who we want out of the club. Let the players see who we want out of the club. Of course they want, if I'm a player, I'm reading that article to see if I'm on the hit list, because that's what that is. Stupid. Derby Telegraph have let themselves down big style by writing something like that. I've not even read the article on that because I can guess who it probably is. It'll be Huddleston, it'll be Lawrence, it'll be Martin. That's 3 of them. I've not even read the article, but I guarantee you they're in there. Probably Joseph Zoom, Bennett, that's 5. Why is the Telegraph writing stuff like this? Because, again, it's spreading negativity across the club, across the fan base. Last season, Frank Lampard addressed this and said there was negative energy and stuff like that inside the club. Bang. There's one of it there. Everyone blame Radio Derby. No, it's not Radio Derby. It'd be our close tabloid, well, not tabloid, but close newspaper. The newspaper that writes about Derby County. It's shocking. Absolutely appalling that we are, looking at this, reading this. And again, the players aren't going to miss this. The players all live in Derby. Well, probably all live in Derby. They're going to look at that paper and they're going to, I wonder if I'm in there. All right, well, they don't want me here. That's a bit crap. Some of them might take it one way and say, all right, okay, right, let's put my ideas up there and perform. But a lot of them are going to go, fan base don't like me, what's the point? They already get enough shit on Twitter as it is and Facebook. They already get that. And now our own press is printing it. It's pathetic. And it's damn right wrong. And the Telegraph need to look at their writers. Is it Steve Nicholson? Is it Chris Watson? I think is the other one. They need to look at themselves and think, what am I writing here? Why am I spreading bad press, negativity across a club that's had not had the best start to the season, but want the best thing for their club? Everyone wants us to get promoted. All the fans do, the players do, managers do. We all want to go there. But writing shite like this isn't going to get us there. It's just going to put a negative energy across the whole club, the stadium, everything. And it, as you can hear, it's pissing me off. If you've got nothing to write, don't write anything. I know you've got to fill your paper up, but Jesus wept, surely you can think of something else than this. And then the final one, for me, was Tom Lawrence again. Play for Wales. It's country. Well done, Tom. You get to play the likes of Gareth Bale. But they played him up front. or if there's a false nine or a striker. So it just goes to show to me that they want him in that squad because they know what a talent he is. But what did it do? Oh, dear me, what did it do? It made fans question him. Oh, he's crap, not that good. What's he doing up there? He can't play striker. Well, that's fine. But what it does do is put a question mark to say his best position is more central. We know that. Unfortunately, he's been put out on the wing, where he's not as, he can't have as much of an impact because he wants to drift inside. But the problem is he drifts inside, and then he's got two players on him, three players on him straight away, because he's got no one on his wing. And we saw it against Huddersfield. It worked well, but obviously, the rest of the games this season, he's trying to make an impact. He's trying to work. He's trying to do stuff, but it's not coming off. So fans are on his back again. He's shit. He's awful. Oh, he's lost the ball again. Surprise, surprise. I'm sorry, but if someone's running with the ball, trying to create space, create chances, he's going to lose the ball. He's going to get tackled. So for me, that's obviously not us. Not the Telegraph writing it. That's just a football game. Wales have put him there. But let's get behind him. Now's not the time, really. When we're struggling, like we have been, when we're lacking form, that's when fans have to get behind the team. I've seen stupid comments about relegation. Yeah, they're probably a joke. Fair enough. But it just gets to me a bit sometimes. Just the whole negative stuff. I'm a passionate fan. I like positivity. Like I've said before, I'll always try and find a positive, even after a loss. I said against Brentford I couldn't. Maybe the only slight one was seeing Dwayne Holmes playing again. Back in the Derbyshire after his injury. But other than that, I couldn't. So it's been tough. And then just seeing all this and everything, it's just wound me up a bit, really. And I don't know if you guys feel the same. You might do. You might see this shit and think, oh, what they're writing this crap for? Or you might be going, like I say, football it's a game of opinions. Everyone's got a different opinion, and that's great. That's fantastic. That's why it's so good to talk about, because you can have great debates about it. My opinion is probably different, to a lot of people's, and likewise. But there's nothing wrong with that. It doesn't mean your opinion's wrong. Like in Shane's comment, it's a good comment. Of course he wants us to come out firing. Who doesn't? Everyone wants that. And I get why he's saying, why can't you come out all firing? And yeah, that's fine. Why can't we? Why can't we for one season come out for all guns firing? And hopefully, if the season isn't successful, when we're in the Championship next season, hopefully we've still got Cocker at the wheel. And we can come out firing because he'll know his best squad. He'll know where he needs to improve. The youngsters that he's trying to bring through and may have developed enough to obviously be starting, because this is what his season's all about. It's not. I don't necessarily think it's about promotion. As long as we stay in this league, we'll be fine. I don't think we'll drop. There's poorer teams than Derby in this league, but it's all about blooding our young kids. Trying to make either money off them or turn them into better players. That means we don't have to spend millions on transfers. So, yeah. So that's my ranting bit. Sorry. Now it's your guys' bit. Question time. We love it. You know me. I'll still do questions even though I'm doing it on a vlog. First one then. I've only had a couple today. I didn't expect many because obviously the international break. So I shall have a look, see whose question is going to go first. I've only got two. I'll just double check, see, make sure there's no others. Again, look at this. This is Twitter for you. So the Wales squad's come up. Yeah, I'm going to call this guy out as well because we all know. I'm sure everybody on Twitter knows him. He's Mr. Negativity. This guy is. No, disrespect to the guy, but you know what? In fairness, though, I've agreed with him on some things. So, but DCFC fans talk. He's retweeted Wales team. Tom Lawrence not even the squad, and then a load of laughing emojis. He doesn't like Tom Lawrence. He makes it very clear, but each to our own, I suppose. So, questions then. First question, both. I've got two questions then. Both of them are from DCFC fans for real Facebook group. If you're not following them, go follow them. There's over 8,000 fans in there. Good, decent group to be honest. John Robinson. My question is, if we don't get our act together, then Rooney will be fighting relegation rather than promotion. Hold on, is that a question? My question is, if we don't get our act together, then will Rooney be fighting relegation rather than promotion? No. So obviously Rooney's coming in January. I think it would have been nice to bring him in now, to be honest, but obviously can't do that. Even if he cancelled his contract and was a free agent, technically we still can't, because I don't know how it works, but apparently we can't. But so, of course, Wayne Rooney. Obviously, he was signed by us, obviously to try and help us get promotion. I get what you're saying about if we don't get our act together, though. No, I don't think we'll be fighting a relegation battle. I know at the moment. See, that's what I mean. We've had, it's like I say, it's not the worst start we've ever had, but we're talking about relegation now. It has been a tough watch, agreed. But I quite enjoyed the Huddersfield game. The first game of the season, 1-2-1, played some great football in the first half. Played second half, we defended well. We expected them to come out and they did, but they were no threat really. So for me, I thought, we're looking good. So it is there. I know Huddersfield have sat, in the bottom of the league, but they've got Danny Cowley, the Cowley brothers in now. I'm interested to see how that goes, to be honest. We were apparently linked with them, obviously, but I don't know. They've done well in League Two. They're doing all right in League One at the moment. So it's the Championship then. He's got a lot of players on, obviously, big contracts, high wages. Obviously at Lincoln, he's used to, playing with, I suppose, anything between 18 and 25, really. I think a Kindy, those 30, something like that, they're striker. But not, top players or ex-Premier League players, shall we say. So it'd be interesting to see how he deals with that, look at Nathan Jones at Stoke, was flying high at Luton, and again, in a dogfight near the bottom. So there's poorer teams than Derby in this league. So I don't think it'd be a relegation battle. It might not be a promotion push, but fair enough. But we have seen teams go from January and push to the end. And, look at Villa, for instance, last season. We look at Fulham, season before, was it? Yeah. It's not over in August. It's not really over until the season's over. We went down to the wire last season. Yes, we were thereabouts for most of the season, but it went down to the wire. Any team in the thing that's about top 13, 12, 13 could have got promotion last year, or got to the playoffs last season. So I don't think we'll be facing a relegation battle. It will click. We will get a purple patch. You do every season, regardless what team you are. So it will click. So I don't think we'll be anywhere near relegation. We're not that poor. I know it may seem it, but we're not. And then the other question, again from DCFC fans for real, was from Dean Coles. So Dean asks, being as we've had the international break and a few games in the season, what would your formation be, starting 11 be, and why? Up the Rams. So I like that, Dean, up the Rams, good lad. Starting 11 then. So I take it now you're thinking as everybody's fit. For me, I'd go for a 4-4-2 formation and a diamond, and it would simply be, I think, what a lot of you will probably go with. For me, Roos in goal, I don't know why people keep putting. I keep seeing Hamer, but he's had 2 games for us and he's let 3 goals in. Just saying. So Roos in goal. Max Lowe at left back. Your centre backs Clark and Keogh. Your right back Jaden Bogle. Simple as. Holding midfielder Bielik. Your 2 centre mids for me would be Dwayne Holmes and Jason Knight. Then your number 10. Who else? Tom Lawrence. And then top 2 would be Waghorn and Marriott. Then on the bench, I'll be looking at people like Martin. Yes, he would be on my bench. I know my last video was about Chris Martin, and I had a lot of mixed thoughts about that. In fairness, a lot of you agreed with me that didn't agree with me. So that was a bit of a shock, to be honest. So yeah, Chris Martin on the bench, like Mason Bennett, Yozazoon Malone, Buchanan, and Davis. I think no, not Davis. I don't want to go with Davis. I'd go with Sibley. So pretty much a very attacking bench. Because at the end of the day, if a defender gets injured, you can bring on. You can bring on. Who did I say? Yeah, if a defender gets injured, you've got Bielik that can cover at centre back. Come along there for either wing or whatever. So yeah, I think there's a lot of flexibility with Bielik being able to play centre back as well as CDM. If any of your centre backs get injured, you're fine. You're covered. You're all right there. But yeah, that for me would be my starting 11. I think that is possibly our best 11. I'm unsure. I think again 4-4-2 diamond is the way forward to get Waghorn and Marriott involved. I know he's playing. He likes a 4-3-3, which is fine. I get that. And if that is the case, it's the same lineup apart from when you move Waghorn out wide. But if you are going to do that, you've got to be putting balls in for Marriott to get onto, not to hold up, but crosses into the box. And you've got to get men in the box. So, yeah, no, 4-4-2 diamond formation. That would be my starting 11. So thank you very much for the question, Deans. And that is the end of my show. Tonight, just putting this out there, I am going to be on Love Sport Radio. It's an internet radio station. You can Google it, find it on there. So I'm going to be on there 10:30 to 11 o'clock tonight, talking about our beloved Derby County. So tune in if you want to. It's fine. But other than that, thank you so much for listening, as always. And remember to like and subscribe. That button down there somewhere. There's a subscribe button. You probably know where it is anyway. I think I've got a few subscribers now, so thank you guys. I'd love to build it up and keep doing more videos for you. So yeah, no, thank you guys as always. Give me comments either on Twitter, Facebook, or on here, and I shall see you next time. Come on, Derby.